We're here at the Chicago Auto Show, and there's just an immense plethora of different cars here, and so immense that we've decided we're just going to key in on a handful of more of the notable cars that we see over here. Um, Now, a lot of us do look forward to seeing the concept cars, and that's always good eye candy, innovative design, innovative engineering ideas. But for us, I think a lot of the more interesting things are innovations that we will see in showrooms and that we will ultimately see on the streets over the course of the next year or two. Behind me you can see the BMW i3. This year's model is being upgraded with a battery pack that will give it a 120-mile range. In addition to that is an optional range extender. Now, with the anticipated Chevy Bolt and Tesla Model 3 next year, one has to wonder whether this will be a little bit of a shortcoming in terms of what the competition has been able to offer, especially being that this has a $45,000 price point, and the 200-mile range anticipated Chevy Bolt and Tesla Model 3 will be offered in the $35,000 range over the course of 2017. So we kind of wonder what BMW will be doing to upgrade this or make this more attractive in an environment where the 200-mile range seems likely to be the new standard or the new bar set by electric cars by 2017. In the foreground behind me, the orange metallic car is the Chevrolet Bolt, which promises to be a game changer. This all-electric car will be offered for a $37,000 price point. With incentives, this will be brought down to about the $30,000 range. This car promises a 200-mile range, and in the background, further behind me, is the upgraded Chevrolet Volt. This now boasts an over 50-mile all-electric range, in addition to over 300 miles of gasoline range in what's referred to as a range extender. Behind me here is the new 2016 Chevrolet Malibu. Notable about this is the fact that it has an unprecedented MPG rating of 48 miles per gallon in this city. This significantly outclasses other cars in its same size category, like the Toyota Camry and the Ford Fusion. What was applied here was not only light weighting by lopping off almost 300 pounds in relation to the previous year's model, but using a lot of the technology learned from the Chevrolet Volt and applying that, making the hybrid system here much more efficient. So while not as notable as some of the eye candy of the big concept cars that you might notice here, this to me represents something very innovative and exciting, in that this is something that will be seen in showrooms this year. And the MPG rating of 48 miles per gallon is something that should be notable for a mid-size sedan. We're here in front of the 2016 Nissan Leaf. Key here is the fact that its battery has been upgraded from an 84-mile range to a 107-mile range. Nissan has also indicated that they'll have a further upgrade available in 2017, but they haven't indicated whether this would be the 2017 model itself or the 2018. But that upgrade would be up to a 60 kilowatt hour battery, which would give it a range in excess of 200 miles. So whether they'll be able to compete head-to-head with the Chevy Bolt and the Tesla Model 3 next year, or whether we'll have to wait till 2018 for the 200-mile range Leaf, is still a question mark at this point in time. All in all, a very overwhelming day here at the Chicago Auto Show. There was a lot to be impressed with. Definitely sensory overload. Definitely impressive were some of the concept cars. As I mentioned before, I'm a little bit blasé about that. I'm always more impressed by technologies that we'll actually see in the showrooms and on the streets as opposed to the one-off prototypes that concept cars typically are. Um, although I could clearly say that the Chevy Bolt was something that definitely struck a chord with me. By virtue of making an electric car that will have a 200-mile range and will be in the $30,000 range after the rebates and incentives, to me this represents a game change, and I think this will really push forward the electrification of vehicles. Also something that is seemingly very middle of the road and easy to overlook as a mid-size four-door sedan. The Chevy Malibu Hybrid was very impressive with its 48 miles per gallon rating. And these applications of new hybrid technologies to achieve higher MPG ratings are indeed very impressive. That a mid-sized car could have that good of an efficiency rating. All in all, I would say I was impressed with what I saw here, and as always, probably more impressed with the technologies that are going into the production cars. Despite the eye candy that a lot of concept cars are, there is something to be said about things that we'll actually see being utilized on the street.